Hey everyone, welcome to Nerding IO. I'm JD, and today what we're going to go through is how you can deploy any MCP server directly to N8N. We're going to do this with something called a gateway. With that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to actually use this for looking at an MCP server that one doesn't exist on N8N, but it also doesn't have any tools that we can leverage to get everything that we need to do done. So in this particular case, what I'm doing is I'm taking a Ghost CMS, and I want to be able to do things to automate my processes or start having conversations with it. So this MCP server was originally written in Python. Now it's in TypeScript, but it allows you to do things like uh, set and deliver posts, users, members, tiers, offers, and newsletters. So these things don't actually exist in N8N, and this is really awesome. So I wanted to use this in my N8N processes, but I also realized that in their example, they're only showing it as Claude because this is standard in, standard out. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use a gateway in order to create this. So first, just to kind of like show this out, if I was to create an AI agent and I wanted specific tools for Ghost, if I come in here and I look at the Ghost tools, I see that there are two different credentials. There's admin credentials and content, and depending on what you choose, you only have access to certain things. So you have the ability to say post or custom API call. You kind of need to know what the API call is, as well as there's only a couple of things that you can do with content. Even when you go to admin, it does give you more examples, but again, it's only related to post. And I need to be able to not only schedule my blog posts, but I also need to be able to schedule my newsletter or ideally manage some users. So this tool just won't necessarily cut it for what I'm actually trying to do. And that's where the MCP portion comes in. So, but we also know that if you want to create an MCP uh, with N8N, even if you look at like the tool, it only gives you the SSE endpoint. As well as even if you're using the community node, what happens is when you're using a client and you, let's say you want to execute a tool and we have multiple standard in, standard out, what happens is this actually gets installed on your machine. And so if you're using the community node and you're trying to install it on your machine, what's going to happen is it's now you're installing, you're subject to whatever you can install in your host. So best practices would be to actually store the MCP somewhere else and treat it as almost like an API. And so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to use this tool called Supermachine. And Supermachine is actually really awesome. It gives you one-click installs to be able to deploy your MCP servers in isolation away from your host server and actually connect to them. This means that it acts as a proxy either through SSE, WebSockets, or other, as like an endpoint to like point to grab the information from. That means you can actually deploy a standard in, standard out MCP server on this gateway, and then you can actually connect it to N8N. So right now, Supermachine, they're actually offering a 50% off if you use the coupon code NerdingIO. So huge thank you to them for helping us out. I actually use this all the time now. I love keeping everything isolated. So when you come in here and you look at the MCP server, you can see I've already looked at a bunch of different things. So if we look at Firecrawl, this is a really well-known one. We're actually going to install this. So we can go ahead and select it. And it'll go ahead and take us through the process of actually building out the server. And what it's doing is it's actually taking the information and recognizing by default what you need to actually include in your startup. So the easiest thing you need to do is you can actually just use your API key, and then if you want to use an optional, you can go ahead and do this. Again, then all you need to do is press continue, and it'll actually implement. So we'll just put in some random numbers. We'll go ahead and continue, and it'll take a minute for this to start deploying, but you can see it's already creating the server. And there you have it. We actually have an MCP server that we can actually go out and hit. So we can actually use this if we want to connect to our cursor. So in this, how to use it actually gives you implementations. You can actually pull this information and we can actually connect this to our cursor. But we can also take this SSE and connect it directly to MCP's native node. So what happens if we want to use something like Ghost? So if we wanted to create a new server and we have something like Ghost, it might not even be in their search. So there's over 4,000 MCP servers here, but we still might have a custom one, or we want to build our own. So you have this option to create from a GitHub repository. So we're going to go over here. We're going to actually take the Ghost MCP and we're going to connect it here. So again, what it's doing is it's going out to GitHub. It's actually pulling in those files and without us giving any kind of configuration, it'll look at the system and decide what kind of configuration we actually need in order to set this up. So that took about a minute, and then all I had to do was put in my credentials for my Ghost API URL, as well as my admin API key. You can get both of those from your Ghost integration settings. And when you create a new API key, just make sure you're grabbing the Ghost admin API key. So now that we have this, you can actually see that it's calling out to a studio path. It's telling us what our Ghost version is. We're also deploying this NPX directly to this server. Now we can actually take this SSE and actually connect it to n8n. So we're going to do that with both Firecrawl as well as the Ghost CMS. So it's worth noting that when you go in and set these up, right, this is just acting as a proxy. So there is no authentication directly with Supermachine, but if you are using, so that's something to be careful about. So in here, all we needed to do is again, we don't have authentication here, but our SSE endpoint is available. And so all we need to do is paste that in. We can have access to specific tools or selected tools. This is actually using the native n8n MCP, as well as when we go into Ghost, we can do the same thing. All we have to do is pass our SSE endpoint, and then we're able to work with this, hitting our Ghost CMS without any problems. So what's really cool about this then is, we can come in here and we ask questions that we may not normally be able to get. So let's see, let's try list tags logs. And we can see that it's actually going out and getting the information. It's connected to our MCP node here, as well as like pulling that information back. And now it's actually pulling back all of the information for our Ghost implementation. We can even do things like, so what I did is I gave it some context of what the current date is. And the only reason that I did that is so that I can do things like give me the post for last week, and then it'll actually do it'll do the date time, so it'll actually pull back the current date and be able to look at the dates that it's actually looking for. Oh, and in this instance it failed, but I have had it succeed where it actually knows. So let's see what the error is. Just looks like it probably wasn't able to pull back. Oh, it did pull back the IDs, so it probably just wasn't able to format some of this. So it is actually getting the response. It was just malformed in the request. So what we can also do is I'm not going to search for users or anything like that, but you could think about the fact that we could actually add a user. So let's say that we have an automation and maybe we have a sign up from so let's say we had a new user sign up from a different application. That could be an email, that could actually be a database, it could be any kind of trigger. So if we go in here and we look at like the different available triggers, we could actually, let's just say we're taking it from a webhook. And basically what this means is we're just going to post this information directly whenever somebody signs up for something. We could actually have that information trigger here. Then we could pull in the information and say, you are a helpful assistant. I need to add members, subscribe, and then we could just put in our member information here, right? And then this way, every single time that a new user is created over in our other system, we automatically give them access to the newsletter as well as a paid subscription as like a upsell. Now again, this is giving you access to the entire Ghost system. So if you want to like restrict that, what you can do is you could do selected tools, and we could maybe just say invites or members in order to actually pull that information. Here we go, users. So we could actually add a member, and then that's the only tool that this has available, right? And then that way we're not kind of opening ourselves up to have anything happen with the webhook being malformed, and somehow we're trying to create a user and it ends up creating a post or doing something else it's not supposed to do. But this is an interesting and simple kind of solution for how can you actually automate different systems when you don't actually have access to the MCP server because it's standard in, standard out. So it's also worth noting that Supermachine contributes to open source, and they specifically have Super Gateway. So I've kind of touched on this in the past when we were talking about using N8N in order to interact with your workflows. But again, you can actually use this solution to either fire up things that are on your local machine, so using something like ngrok, or you could actually stand it up and have your own Super Gateway with your own own implementation of whatever MCP that you're trying to deploy, and you can do that with Docker. So you could actually take a Docker instance, go ahead and deploy that, and then use Super Gateway to deploy your MCP server. All right, that's it for us today, everyone. So what we went through is how you can actually use Supermachine to go ahead and deploy any kind of standard in, standard out MCP server and use it directly in N8N. You can also use that in Cursor and other tools. And with that, happy nerding.